Is Bidenomics working in Western Pennsylvania? The White House says as inflation comes down, job opportunities increase and wages go up.
But what is the perception among voters who live here in Western PA? KDKA political editor Jon Delano had an exclusive interview today with the White House press secretary. John?
Hey, Megan and Christine. I caught up to Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary, early this morning before the president's latest speech on Bidenomics and before the indictment of Hunter Biden. But I did ask her about the two hot topics of the day, the economy and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's impeachment inquiry. For months, President Biden has proclaimed a robust economy with more construction, technology, and clean energy jobs than ever through his infrastructure bill and his American Rescue Plan, and a declining inflation rate because of his Inflation Reduction Act. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre was quick to cite success.
Inflation actually is down by 60% than it was last summer. And it's down it's at 2.4%, which is the lowest that it's been in the last 2 years. All of these things are incredibly important to note because the data does matter. The numbers are there.
Jean-Pierre says the prices of core grocery items and gasoline prices are coming down despite world challenges like Russia's war on Ukraine. As for wages
has come up. Wages has come up because of what this president has done, because of Bidenomics.
But here's the problem, Karine. You may cite what you say is reality, but perception is not the same. And there's a perception in Western Pennsylvania, at least, that wages have not kept up with inflation. Is there a way the president is addressing that part of the equation?
And so here's the thing, I want to respect how voters and Americans in Western Pennsylvania, what they're feeling. And we understand that because we know people are still feeling the pandemic. We're not saying that Americans are not still feeling it. We know what the realities are for Western Pennsylvanians, for Americans across the country. What we're saying is we're laying out what the president is doing and why it has had some effect.
And Jean-Pierre says while the president is focused on jobs and the economy, some House Republicans are creating distractions over unfounded impeachment claims. So I pose the question directly. Did the president benefit in some way, direct or indirect, from whatever Hunter Biden was doing?
So here's what I'm going to say. We have the White House counsel. We're happy to put them on with you. They can answer any specific questions as it relates to this impeachment inquiry. What I can say is lay out, and folks can see for themselves. House Republicans, many of them have said there is no evidence that the president did anything wrong. It does not exist.
Now, Jean-Pierre says the president's focus remains on making lives easier for Americans, not on what she calls baseless and illegitimate charges from certain Republicans. As for the charges themselves, I'm reaching out to both White House counsel and Speaker McCarthy's office, and I'll keep you posted. Jon Delano, KDKA-TV News.